Welcome to Spiritual Mystic. My name is Katrina, and this is your Ancient Wisdom for Today Oracle reading for Monday, December 18th, 2017. The card for the day is the Chess Queen. And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, there is no mundane daily life message in this card. The message in this card is purely metaphysical, spiritual, I said metaphysical. I don't know any other word to use for this card today. It is magical. This card is telling at least one person, probably many people out there, whoever you pray to, whoever you believe is the higher power in your life, even if it's just a higher, smarter version of yourself, talk to that person today, or those spirits, or those entities, or the universal consciousness, whatever you believe in, wherever you get your strength and your will from. Talk to and be willing to listen to those energies, those spirits, those powers today, and ask what you need to know in order to align your internal desires and wishes for yourself and line those up with the divine's purpose for your life. This card, it's the queen in any chess set. And she is the know-all, do-all, be-all. She is the most powerful. And I know in today's world, especially with a lot of the world events going on around us, men don't like to accept the fact the women are stronger. The women are more powerful. The women are more magical. Because we are physically made by some divine force as vessels of creation, we have a power that is unparalleled by any other force, because we have been created to create. And now I'm not belittling men at all. I have more men in my life than I do women. I have a daughter and 3 nieces. I have and a granddaughter and a stepdaughter. Alternative to that, I have a husband. I have a brother. I have 4 nephews. I have a grandson. So the men in my life far outweigh the women. And they are wonderful, and they're fun, and they're funny, and they serve a unique purpose in this world. But the women were the ones with the power. And it's time. You know, the initial message of this card was that we need to pray or talk to whatever divine forces we feel are our allies in this world, and ask them to help us make sure that our own individual desires and goals for our lives line up with and work synchronistically with the divine's purpose for us. But the more I think on this and the more I'm talking to you about this, I think there's a deeper message here. It's time for women to take back their power. It's time for women, and I'm not saying we should be lording it over men. I don't believe that at all. But I do believe we're equal to men. We are equal in the level and the degree of power we have. But our power is completely different than theirs. And we've been subjugated by men for far too long. Now, I realize that not all cultures do that. But there's far too many that do that, and have been doing it for a very long time. And I think it's because men fear the magic in us. They fear that deep, God-given, divinely inspired, divinely implanted ability in us to carry and create and birth life. Now, the argument could be made that it can't be done without a man, and that little bit is true, but then stop and think about this. We need that little spark, that little bit of fertilization from them to create physically in our bodies. And then we do the rest. We create another human being. They can't do that without us. They can't take that out of us and create it without us physically being present and participating. We need them for a few minutes, and then the rest is ours. And then we create over weeks and months another human being. We also have, underneath that power, there is this magic. The magic that we not only can create in our bodies, but then what we create goes out there and it continues to create. We also have, because of that ability, it gives us an inside track into nurturing and understanding the deeper wisdom and knowledge and operation of the universe at large, because everything is living. But you can't have life if you don't have the female component. And it doesn't matter what. You can't create magic. You can't create energy. You can't go out and create without the female component being part of that equation, part of that process. And it's time for women to step up and demand the respect and to be held sacred. And I also want to add here a word of caution. We should be held sacred, but we should not be put on a pedestal, because putting us on a pedestal puts us out of the equation. It's kind of a subversive, backwards way for men to control us again. If they put us up on this pedestal, we're kind of stuck there. And we can't really operate in the world the way we need to. Holding us sacred is recognizing and honoring the creative force that women are, and respecting that and allowing us to be who and what we are without them demeaning us or trying to tear us down or trying to take advantage of us or belittle us or even destroy us. It has to stop. It's time for men and women both to accept that each plays a part in the operation of the world. And even though those parts are different, it's like the addition and then the total. The addition or the subtraction or the multiplication or the division always has at least two parts before you get the total. And neither part of that equation is more or less important. And that's how we all have to start viewing women and our role in this world. If you want help with this or any of my services, if you've been abused, if you've been raped, if you have been the victim of narcissism or mental and emotional abuse and you don't know what has been done to you, you just know it's not right, the link for my website is on this video. Please contact me. I hope everybody out there has a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.